So, welcome in everyone. This is the Lotus Lounge, and my name is Uma. This is a featured stream on the MeetMe app, and it is my weekly show for my podcast. It's a way to start the week with positive vibes. Awesome. Karen just said, I've seen the podcast on Apple. I hope you subscribe, Karen. I hope you do, come and check it out. I would appreciate that. Um, yeah, I'm all about the positive vibes. Are you guys about positive vibes? Yes or no? Thank you. Karen said she did subscribe. I hope you guys all subscribe wherever you're listening to this from because my goal is to have like 3 shows a week. And this is my first show. Thank you. And hopefully I can get 2 more coming out this week, but we'll see. We'll see how we do. The meaning of this show is to just give you some information to start this week. So we're going to go over the astrology of the week, like what's happening this week, astrologically speaking. I'm going to give horoscopes for all 12 zodiac signs. We're going to have messages sprinkled throughout. Like we're going to start with the divine energy oracle message for the week. We're going to have a message from the ascended masters. We're going to have what crystal of the week. Do you guys believe in crystals and stones? So we're going to pick a crystal of the week. But first, we would like to start with affirmations. Affirmations are powerful words that redefine our beliefs, help us discover our true potential. Remember, your words don't just describe your world, they define it. So when we do affirmations, right? That's exactly what we're doing is we're trying to bring some of this energy to us. So how this works is I'm going to shuffle, and if you want an affirmation, you just say yes please, Uma, or put a 1 or say me. So I'm just picked the affirmation for myself. Oh, look at my affirmation. I am enough. I am enough. I release the burden of shame, guilt, self-hatred, self-judgment. Guys, can I tell you, I needed this affirmation today because I have been judging myself because I am not healing as quickly as I want to and back to work 100% the way I want to. And I'm like, oh, come on, Uma, but I'm in pain. I had surgery a couple weeks ago. I'm still in pain. I'm still recovering. So this is a great message, Uma. You are enough. All right, Karen wants an affirmation. Karen, you are aligned. Today, choose to release all beliefs, people, and energies that no longer serve your highest and greatest good. All right, anyone else wants the affirmation? Just say yes in the comments. I am going to do a card A, B, or C for those of you that are listening to my podcast. So while I'm doing these affirmations for everyone here that is watching me live, just go ahead and concentrate. Do I want message A, message B, or message C? All right, let's see what we get. For those of you that chose message A, you are courageous. You have the power to create anything you desire in your life. Wow. Congrats to those of you that chose card A. Now, for those of you that chose card B, you are powerful. You are becoming more understanding, conscious, and self-aware each day. Beautiful. All right. Finally, C. Those of you that chose card C, you are committed. You are committed. Your faith in the journey is stronger than your doubts and fears. I love that. I love those messages. I hope that resonated for some of you that are watching. Those are good messages. So those are the affirmations of the day. All right, as we begin our journey here today together, let's take a moment to ground into this energy. All right, so if you will, just wherever you're sitting, close your eyes. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. One more time, one deep breath in. And exhale. And now just focus on your breathing and bring your breathing to a nice, slow, and rhythmic pattern. Welcome in, everyone. This is the Uma's Lotus Lounge Show, a featured show here on the MeetMe app. So we're going to start with a message from our spirit guides. Now, I like to say spirit guides. Sometimes you guys say, no, these are my angels talking to me. Or some of you might say, no, this is my ancestors talking to me. Or some of you might say, no, this is me talking to me, right? Like my higher self. Listen, it all fits, right? It all fits. So I just want you guys to close your eyes and ask whether it is your spirit guides, your angels, your higher self, right? Just ask, what message do I need to hear right now? Okay? What message do I need to hear right now? We're going to get a collective message for everyone. But remember, if you want your own special message, those of you that are watching live, you can send a 500 gift and I will pull a card for you during my live featured show. Not a problem. All right. This is the card for everyone. Let's see what it is. Big message. Big message here for all of us. I wonder when I say it, how many of you are going to identify with it? So the message is, accept what is dying. An aspect of your life is clearly coming to an end. Some area has lost your interest and you can no longer muster the enthusiasm to carry on. It is time to surrender and let things end with grace. Your divine energy is calling you to accept the natural cycles of life and death and directly admit what's presently ending in your life. Let go of sentimentality and be honest and frank in your assessment of things. Do not waste time tending to a garden that simply will not grow. It's time for a big change. Face the unknown with courage and confidence. Exciting and more beautiful things await you. So the message here is to understand that in every termination, you're crossing a threshold of rebirth to another level. Rather than prolonging or denying what has ceased to bring life to your spirit, accept the inevitable truth that the cycle for this connection has ended and consciously allow it to die naturally. Don't run from your emotions or deny your sorrow or fear. It's time to resign yourself to divine will and fully trust the normal rhythms of life and death. Remember, all that passes on is only in a state of becoming something new. Welcome in, everyone, to my featured show. I have to say something about reading this is that I do a lot of psychic readings on TikTok for my clients. And this past week in particular, I've been having a lot of people just really going through it. You know what I mean? Like just having a really rough time. And they're asking me these questions like, Uma, could you do a reading for me? Like, what's going on? And I promise you, like 5 out of the 6 people I already did this week, the message was the same. They were actually up leveling because all their cards were positive. And I'm like, what is going on, right? They're going through this rough time and it's like all their cards are positive. So that's when Spirit intervened and told me, like, you have to understand that sometimes it gets really dark before the light comes in. And I remember thinking about like the darkness before the dawn, right? It's always darkest before the dawn, I believe the saying is. And it just made me reflect on that and think, wow, so much of the time we're sitting here thinking things are getting worse. but in essence, it's actually getting better. Isn't that amazing? So that is the message for this week. Accept what is dying. And this is on point because when we get to astrology, when we look at the astrology this week, we have a full moon in Libra coming in. Now, we all know full moons are about endings. And Libra, hi, Vito. Libra is about partnerships, relationships, right? So we might be seeing some breakups this week. We might be seeing some friendships ending. I know I talked to a streamer friend of mine earlier today, and he was telling me that he currently is not talking to two of his longtime supporters here on streams. And I felt really bad because they were like supporting him for a long time, you know? So if you find yourself in that position this week, the message is accept what is dying. You know? Some people are not meant to go the whole distance with you. And we have to, one, be okay with that some people are meant to go a quarter, a half, a third of the distance with you. And we also have to accept that they're not bad people because they don't make it to the end. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people I don't talk to anymore that I used to talk to, but I don't think ill things of them. I just think, okay, well, we traveled together as long as we could, and now it's time to keep going. You know, even if they feel like horrible towards me, I'm like, well, then that's your problem. I don't take that stuff personally. Yeah, Vito said, seems to be infectious these days. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of toxicity, but remember, you guys can rise above it, right? You could always rise above it, and you could always choose to be peaceful and happy and loving and kind, right? That's a personal choice you get to make. So that is the message of the week. Accept what is dying. If you want your own personal message, it's a 500 gift. Thank you for anybody who sends that. I will bring the book back out and the cards and pull a card for you for your own special message. All right. Let's get into the astrology and the horoscopes for every zodiac sign in here. We have 12 zodiac signs, right? So we're going to get into the zodiac signs and the astrology of the week. Welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured show here on the MeetMe app. It is a 500 gift for a message. Ooh, delightful. Thank you. Or a 1K gift for a message and a reading. So I am happy to pull a card for delightful. Jimmy, welcome in. Thank you for my fireworks. Actually, that would be the best gift to send for happy fireworks, right? Hi, Tank. Welcome in. Vito with the 1,000. I'm going to do a reading for Vito, and he also gets bouncer status. Vito, please, please, please keep my stream positive, all right? Keep it positive. Thank you, guys. Hi, She. All right, delightful. Oh, delightful. Your message is grieve your losses. Okay, so let's get into the astrology of the week and the horoscopes. Okay, March 30th, which is today, Venus enters Taurus, strengthening the monetary and romantic foundation we have with others. So your money should be looking good and your romantic partnerships should be looking good. April 1st, which is tomorrow, we have a full moon in Libra. Do you guys know how people get around a full moon? Okay, so she said sleep. Chaotic. If you work at a hospital, if you know, you know. And we're on streams where everybody is highly emotional, like emotionally volatile. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen in streams tomorrow. Oh, yes, that's right. April 1st is Wednesday, not tomorrow, because we have 31 days in March. So on Wednesday, we have the full moon in Libra. It's going to help us determine how we feel about relationships and friendships. April 3rd is Friday, and we have Mercury in Pisces connecting with Jupiter in Cancer. allowing us to gain knowledge and insight into matters. Also on April 3rd, we have Venus in Taurus square Pluto in Aquarius, making our passions and power struggles intense. All right, so we got a couple of things happening this week that makes it for a very emotional week, right? So just be aware if people are coming at you, if anything's happening, it's astrologically fated that way. All right, let's get into our horoscopes for each of the zodiac signs. These are the horoscopes for the week, okay? And this is from the today.com online website. So if you miss it, you can just go to today.com and get your horoscopes from there. Do we have any Aries in here? Aries? All right, Aries, as your solar return deepens, you're engaged in the development of your personal relationships. Now is the time to decide what your relationships mean to the inner fabric of your life. Remember, if I don't hear anybody say, yes, I'm Aries, I'm going to give you the shortened version. Okay? Yes, Karen and Vito will both get a reading as soon as I'm done. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so Taurus. Do we have any Taurus in here? Okay. Taurus, don't make too many lists or tasks that you know you cannot keep up with this week. Be mindful of the amount of work you take on right now to avoid burnout. Only take what you can complete at the moment, even though your mind is running a mile a minute. So Taurus, some self-care would do well this week, okay? Gemini, do we have any Geminis in here? Gemini, creativity reigns supreme. So be sure to engage with an artistic outlet as it will help boost your ego in a positive manner. There may be some confusion about exactly how to reach your goals. Therefore, it'll be important that you remain pragmatic with your plans and leave room for error. Cancer, look for small blessings, Cancer, magical moments and unexpected opportunities for gain, though there is no telling how big or small these payouts will be. I just did Aries, Lacey. In honor of these vibes, you may want to do something nice for someone you care about. Leo, try not to be stubborn when people want to drag you away from your comfort zone, especially at work. Communications might be fuzzy due to Mercury's ongoing retrograde, and you'll notice your coworkers feeling extra important. Stay optimistic and encourage their ideas, even if they don't make sense at first. All right? Virgo, this is your chance to explore vulnerability, Virgo, with yourself and the people you've grown to trust, which will help bring you closer together while allowing you to set new intentions. Towards the end of the week, you will focus your energy on how to cultivate a fresh start with them. Are you a Virgo? I love Virgos. Libra, this week you can experience commitment and become more dignified and thoughtful as you understand that you have to be a complete person to love someone fully. This means mutual trust is important because doing so will allow you both to flourish as your own person and be less codependent. Scorpio. Any Scorpios? Scorpio, you can expect secrets and scandals to be revealed. So it's Scorpios going to be causing stress this week, right? Only to be weighed and assessed by the critical scales of justice. This means that you and others will be making judgments and decisions about these revelations. Whatever is shown to you will reshape your understanding of relationships. Sagittarius. Giving more back to your local community helps you become a visionary. The world needs more people like you to lead them. As long as you stick to your own path and walk to the beat of your own drum, you'll be able to create the life that you want. Capricorn, your mind is receiving psychic downloads from the universe. Yay, Vito! Pay attention to what the stars are telling you, and you're getting a reading at the end of the show. Your new spiritual beliefs are pushing you to let go of materialism. However, your wallet will be tested as there are some items you can't resist buying. Be careful with your purchases this week, Capricorn. Aquarius, it will be a chill week, but drama is inevitable. Be advised that the arguments that do happen will be craftier and sneakier than normal. They'll seem to start out of nowhere. A great way to diffuse the energy is to take accountability and responsibility. And finally, Pisces. The energies are high and competitive, giving you a boost of fierceness. Your ideas will be on point, so make sure to write down ideas to see where they take you. That is the astrology of the week and the horoscope of the week. Welcome in, everyone. I am 2K from a name change. I can't wait to see who takes it and whose name I'll be wearing for the next few days. If you sent a 1K gift, which I know it's Karen and Vito, stick around. At the end of my show, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be giving you guys spirit guide messages. And for those of you that send a 500 gift, you will get a divine energy message from the Oracle. Okay. All right. Ooh, I think someone is taking my point. Who is it so close? It's Vito. Pull up then, Vito. Thank you. Everybody clapping hand emojis in the comments. Shout out to Vito for saving me. 36.5. Can't wait for the name change and to see what crazy name you're going to be giving it to me. Thank you, Vito. All right. Let's get a message from the Ascended Masters now before we go into our positive news from around the world. So the Ascended Masters are people who elevated in life, right? Like Jesus and Buddha and Kuan Yin. So you have 1K. Let me see. Yes, you did. So you're going to be getting a reading as well. Delightful. Thank you so much. I did not see the second one. I apologize. And thank you for all of you with the 1K gifts and becoming my bouncers. Thank you for keeping my live positive and kicking out anyone who is saying or doing anything negative, right? No negativity in here. Just peace, love, and light vibes. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, well, look at this. We have an Ascended Master called Angus. Do you guys know Angus? Twin flame. So Angus is a Celtic god who helps soulmates and twin flames meet and enjoy harmonious relationships. Wow. A twin flame is an even closer and more eternal version of a soulmate relationship. Do you guys have Netflix? Do you guys like to not Netflix and chill, but like to literally just watch Netflix? There is an amazing show on Netflix called Something Really Bad Is Going to Happen. It's like, I don't know if it's the #1 series right now or in the top 10 series right now. But let's just say you need to check it out, and it has something to do with soulmates, okay? It's a really good show. All right, so this is the message this week from Ascended Master Angus. This card indicates a twin flame relationship, which is the deepest form of romantic love. Thank you, Dee. To form such a partnership, you must follow your inner guidance, learn personal growth lessons, and have patience with divine timing. Once twin flames find each other, everything in their life reaches new heights of love and light. So, this card has different meanings, right? Yay! Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, everybody, for reaching my first goal of the day. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so what is the message this week? If some of you are thinking about somebody, it's very possible they could be your twin flame. If you're not thinking about someone, but you're kind of thinking about love and when will it be my turn, right? This card indicates that it is sooner than you expect it to be. This card also says to keep your heart open, stay positive, and follow your guidance to manifest your prayers about your love life. So the Ascended Master who is helping us this week is focusing on love. All right. Lots of love energy coming in. I love that. And I love that I just watched the show on soulmates, right? Like, what are the odds of that? Okay. It is now time for our positive news around the world. Welcome in, everyone. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream here on the app. And I know you guys are probably wondering, like, why are we talking about positive news, Uma? Because, you know, the world is filled with negativity. And I'm over it. I don't know about you guys. I'm just so over it. It's like, all I want to hear about is positive things, all right? So, here we go. Positive news. Did you know that more than 20 African countries have joined together to plant a giant belt of trees to stop the spread of the Sahara Desert? It's called the Great Green Wall and will stretch from coast to coast across the continent. How cool is that? I think that's amazing, isn't it? Toxic, thank you. Fred, hello, welcome in. Life, welcome in. So they have the map of Africa. I'll show it to you. I'm going to try to not break anything here. That's the map of Africa, and that's the Sahara Desert, right? And it's spreading. So what the African countries did is they started planting those trees to prevent the spread of the Sahara Desert. I think that's amazing. And I think like they should not just have like the tree line, right? I think they should like increase the trees so that they can actually cut down. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but the Sahara Desert is just barren, right? So I think that would be a great idea if they started planting more trees. Add to the environment, you know, that oxygen. Thank you, Karen. That oxygen, carbon dioxide, you know, get that going. I think that would be great. All right. Did you know, thanks, Fred, that France became the first country to ban forever chemicals in clothing and cosmetics to protect the health of its citizens? Facts, Vito. That's a very good point. That's actual food sources as well. So yes, they are making their cosmetics and their clothing safer for their citizens. I love these stories because sometimes I feel like, especially living in America, it's so we're so focused on materialism, right? And it's like sometimes, because I'm not a materialistic person, I live very simply. I could shop at Walmart for the rest of my life. I couldn't care less. I don't need no name brand. Any name brand stuff I have, it's like people gave them to me as gifts, which I truly appreciate, but I'm fine with, you know, whatever stuff. And I just love the fact to know that there are people in politics and in government that actually care about us and they're not motivated by greed. You know, I'm hoping that the future has more of that, where we have people that just want to contribute to society or be in service and are not so much after the money aspect of things, you know? Wouldn't that be nice to live in a world like that? All right. Globally, we have education positive news. Did you know that girls' attendance in secondary school rose to 68% globally? Today, more women than men are graduating from universities. So shout out to the girls, right? We're getting more girls in schools across the globe. I think that's amazing because it's one thing if you don't go to school because you don't want to go to school, or, you know, your family don't want you to go to school, but it's another thing that you can't go to school because of your gender, right? So I love to see that this is a thing here. All right. Did you know in Norway, they have done the unthinkable, becoming the first country in the world to achieve near zero deforestation rates? Norway. close to zero deforestation, right, Vito? We were just talking about that. Plants produce crops, crops feed people. So shout out to Norway, doing great things over there. And, oh, is this Japan? Wait, what flag is this? Is that Korea or Japan? I forgot. Who knows what flag that is? Korea? Okay, Karen. Thank you. Hi, Party King. So, in Korea, a new injectable treatment trains immune cells to recognize and destroy cancerous tumors. This is a major step forward in the fight against cancer. Guys, this is huge. All right? You guys know I just beat breast cancer, but the stuff I had to go through and the surgery and the future surgeries, right? It's an injectable treatment. They inject you with something that trains immune cells to recognize and destroy cancerous tumors. Wow. Now, I think the biggest news about that is for people with pancreatic cancer, because as of right now, there is no known cure for pancreatic cancer, right? Like if you get breast cancer, you can remove your breasts. If you get ovarian cancer, you could remove your ovaries, right? So all the cancers have some form of treatment, but pancreatic cancer, it's like a death sentence. So I love that they found this new injectable treatment. Wow. How amazing is that, right? So that's great news. Great news, Korea. And I love this for elephants, because elephants is like one of my favorite animals. I don't know how you guys feel about elephants. But in Indonesia, did you know that they have officially banned all elephant rides nationwide, making a major victory for animal welfare and ethical tourism? How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys like elephants? I will tell you that one time I went to India and we did the elephant ride, right? And I hated it because I felt so bad. I was sitting on this elephant, this poor elephant. Like I was asking the whole time on the ride, I was asking the conductor, right? Because he sits there on the elephant with you. And I'm like, do they get rest? Do they get days off? What are their living conditions like? And he was very nice because he was like explaining the whole process to me. But still, I felt like these poor elephants, they don't want to work. They don't want to pay taxes. You know, like let them go. Let them be free. So I love that Indonesia is banning elephant rides. And great news for Sierra Leone. Sorry to hear that, Sean. Yeah, now they have this treatment for cancer that may make cancer, that might not be a problem anymore with cancer. Now, great news from Sierra Leone. They have banned child marriages, a legal reform protecting girls' rights and prospects for education and health. Because guys, I don't know if you know this, there's still parts of the world where child marriages are legal. So even though we've come a far way in the US, there's still other countries out there that allow grown men to marry children. So congrats to Sierra Leone for banning child marriage. And let's give a shout out to the Netherlands while we're at it. Crime drops in the Netherlands and over 20 prisons have closed. A win for safety and being smarter. So look at that. Their crime rate drops so much in the Netherlands that they've had to close 20 prisons. Me too, Sean. I just had a cancer tumor removal. I'm cancer free too. Congrats. Do you guys think that will ever happen in the US? Will we start closing prisons in the US? What do you guys think? Maybe yes, maybe no. Thank you. Hi, welcome in. We're just going over positive news all around the world. Karen said, no, we are never closing prisons in the US. Not anytime soon. I hope though. Let's hope. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll get some good people in there with the government and all. All right, let's shout out Costa Rica. Did you know Costa Rica will be powered 100% by renewable electricity all year round? Wow. Guys, I've been to Costa Rica like 3 or 4 times, and I have to tell you, I'm very impressed over there. They have like one of the highest literacy rates in the world. They don't have an army anymore. They disbanded their army. I don't know if you guys know this. They don't have army, and they took all the money and reinvested it in their education, their healthcare, and their police department. So, and it's just a nice place to be. Like, I didn't feel unsafe in Costa Rica. I felt very safe. I felt very happy there. Yeah, so Costa Rica powered 100% by renewable electricity all year round. I think that's amazing. Facts. Costa Rica is beautiful. And not for nothing, but their coffee is amazing too. Okay, babe. All right, guys, welcome in. This is Uma's Lotus Lounge. It's a featured stream. We are here every Monday, pew, 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 at 5 p.m. Set your alarm, set your clocks, because this is the place to be to start your week with positive vibes. All right. Now, we are going to do our crystal of the week. And after the crystal of the week, if you sent a 500 gift, you will get a divine energy oracle message. If you sent a 1K gift, we are going to do a combination of a divine energy oracle message for you and an ascended master's message for you. All right. You're going to get 2 messages. So I know a couple of people sent their gifts. Hang tight. We're getting to you guys. All right. But for those of you that did not send any gifts, don't worry. We have some messages for you. Let's get our crystal message of the week. Okay. Hi, Nikki. I had breast cancer in my right breast. They removed the tumor. They found no cancer in my nodes, in my margins. And tomorrow I meet with the oncologist to find out if I have to do chemo or not. Hopefully not, but we'll see. We'll find out, you know. I'm just taking it one day at a time with this journey. That's all you can do. All right. The crystal, thank you. The crystal for this week. Do you guys like crystals? I hope you do. Because the crystal for this week is calcite. Thank you, Vito. Calcite, busy times and multitasking. So calcite is chosen because you are juggling multiple responsibilities and you may feel stressed about your schedule. There's also a possibility that your health has been strained. Whoa, because you're doing everything yourself without help. You may even feel that other people are taking advantage of your kind generosity. How crazy is that? You're being guided to take charge of your schedule. What can you release in order to give yourself more breathing room? Karen said, I don't do anything about crystals. Yeah, so this would be a great crystal if any of that applies to you. You're multitasking, you feel you're being taken advantage of, your health is at risk. It would be good to get a piece of calcite. You can wear it, you know, you can, like I tend to wear, I'm a psychic, right? So I tend to wear labradorite and moonstone. Those are like my 2 favorite crystals. And I feel like when I wear labradorite and moonstone, it helps me with my psychic readings and my channelings, you know. But everybody has like their favorite crystal. I think someone said amethyst, you know. So the crystal of the week is calcite. All right, that brings us to the end of my show. I'm going to be doing readings for everyone. To everyone listening on my podcast, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed week. And I pray that this Libra full moon coming in doesn't traumatize you too much. And if people are coming at you, just remember, it's a full moon. Everybody's emotional. Don't take anything personally. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Uma signing out. I'll be back again next week with your positive vibes to start your week. Bye for now, guys.